Check, 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 check.
जान पहचान हो जीना आसान हो जान पहचान हो
Quite the intro for me to tell you we don't really have any announcements. So welcome back to school for what would normally be Winterim week. Collective womp womp. We're sad to not be on Winterim right now, but we hope you noticed at lunch today that Chef Brad was game for helping us to travel the world via lunch this week. So you hopefully enjoyed Indian food today. You will have some Mediterranean food, some Korean food, some New World food the rest of the week to look forward to. And we will be using our Flex Chapels this week for some of our girls to share about their Winterim experiences to different places around the world, just to reflect on where they've been and maybe to get some of you who are not seniors excited for future trips you might take. We will still have announcements this week, so if you would like to submit an announcement, feel free to do so tomorrow or Wednesday. As a reminder, you guys have an early release for Flex Chapel on Thursday. And I do have one mini announcement, actually, now that I'm standing here. During lunch inside, please, please, please pick up all your trash. Make sure it gets out of your teachers' classrooms into the trash cans. We really want to keep ants out of the classrooms. And please just be mindful of the spaces that you're in by not moving things around or not touching things in the classrooms that are not directly related to your lunches, please. So I'm going to turn things over to Rebecca Gilchrist and Kenzie Grissar, who are going to talk to you about their India Winterim today.
go. Okay. So, hey y'all, I'm Rebecca, and this is Kinsey, and we were both seniors who were lucky enough to go on to the winter trip in Mumbai, India in 2019. I think we can both agree that this trip was beyond memorable for the both of us. However, it cannot be summed up into a few minutes, and we have up here. So we have each chosen a few of our favorite moments to tell y'all about. Okay, so on just the second day of our trip, we had a 5 a.m. wake-up call. And if you know me, that was a struggle. I'm not a morning person. But it was totally worth it because we got to go on an 8.5-mile bike ride through the city as it was waking up. We got to stop and see historical and cultural landmarks like the Gateway to India, a church, a Hindu temple, Crawford Market, and a cow sanctuary. The Hindu temple was crowded with people offering coconuts and marigolds to the gods and goddesses. Crawford Market was probably our favorite stop on the bike tour. It was lively and colorful with tons of fruits. And veggies. Our guide bought us a cinnamon, which is pretty much a custard apple in English, and it was very good. Everyone loved it. We left the market through the meat section, which we saw a chicken get skinned and butchered, which was a jarring experience for some. At the sanctuary for the cows, we fed them and received beautiful flower necklaces that we wore for the remainder of the tour. After we left the sanctuary, Mumbai was fully awake and the roads were quite busy. We wove our way through the streets alongside cars, buses, taxis, motorcycles, and people until we got back to the bike shop. Our tour ended with a traditional Southern Indian breakfast, complete with chai, masala, dosa, cheese dosas, and idli.
Our third day of the trip, we got to go to a restaurant that made Persian food and meet the owner. His name was Mr. Bohem Kohinoor. We enjoyed talking with him, and he told us all about his favorite things about America, one of them being Hillary Clinton. While talking, we were able to try traditional Persian food, such as berry polo and chicken and mutton biryani, along with some raspberry sodas, all of which were very good. Our day continued with us touring a part of India, which was home to Bollywood stars, getting ice cream, and going to a hiker hostel. After we met some of the people staying in the hostel, it was time for us to head back to Mumbai to begin the street food tour. This was probably some of the best hours I've had because I got to eat lots of really good local Indian food, such as pani puri, sev puri, belly puri, dahi puri, pav bhaji, and kufi. However, looking back on it, I definitely could have gone without eating goat brains. Yes, it was a very interesting experience for sure. On our way back to the hotel, we got to hear the Muslim call to prayer, which was something I had never heard before as I've grown up in Southeast US all my life. So that was a unique experience as well.
So a few days into our trip, we got to go to a village, which was a nice change of scenery from the hustle and bustle of the city. However, there's one part that stuck out to me more than the others, and that was that we got to ride camels on the beach. The camels were colorfully decorated with flowers and tassels, and they were so sweet, and we had so much fun playing with them.
The village day was my favorite day of the trip because not only did we get to ride camels, but we were also able to walk around a local school and play a game with kids. The game we played was a traditional Indian game called Kabaddi. Kabaddi consists of two teams and involves one player running to the other team's side to try and tag as many people as possible without getting caught. You also have to repeat Kabaddi as long as you're on the other team's side, so it's a little exhausting but fun all the same. Our day in the village ended with us participating in a mini Holi celebration with the local tour guides. After Holi, all of us were covered in powder and made our way back to the hotel.
Our trip was a once-in-a-lifetime experience that I think we would all say was a 10 out of 10 recommended. Going to India if you ever are given the opportunity to go. And if we haven't convinced you yet, we have one last thing to show you to hopefully change your mind. A video of our entire trip made by one of our chaperones, Stephanie Hayes.
खा लिया गुड़ वाली चाह किन्ने पीती बुआ जी दा नाड़ा किन्ने खिच्चिया खिच के मारी किन्ने सीटी ओ छड्डो जी छड्डो जाके पकड़ो वो हलवाई जिसने गुड़ की बना दी मिठाई और सबको बात है ये समझाई
ओ गुड़ नालो इश्क मिठा
रंग रंगीली मेहंदी लाके पर जान कलाइया जी डोली लेके आया ढोलना गुड़ नालो
आए फोटो तेरी खिच खिच रखदा नी मारे गए इशारा तेरी अख दा नी फोटो तेरी खिच खिच रखदा नी मारे गए इशारा तेरी अख दा नी ही रह तेरा चेहरा मैनू जचदा नहीं पीछे पीछे क्यों है घूमता गुड़ नालो इश्क मिठा गुड़ नालो इश्क मिठा रब्बा लगना किसे नू जावे गुड़ नालो इश्क मिठा सोनी मेरा दिल ले गई कुड़ी मेरी जान ले गई मुझको यार कोई तो बचाए गुड़ नालो इश्क मिठा हाय दिल वाली बात कभी मुझको बता कुड़िए तो एक बारी हंस के तो जा दिल की न मानो दिल बड़ा बेईमान तुझ पे जाए तो मैं होए बदनाम जावे जावे नहीं हो बोलना गुड़ नालो इश्क मिठा आए गुड़ नालो इश्क मिठा रब्बा लगना किसे नू जावे गुड़ नालो इश्क मिठा सोनी मेरा दिल ले गई हाय कुड़ी मेरी जान ले गई मुझको यार कोई तो बचाए गुड़ नालो इश्क मिठा
जीना आसान हो दिल को चुराने वालों आंख न चुराओ नाम तो बताओ जान पहचान हो जीना आसान हो शाम जवां यूं न चली जाए, आज की ये शाम जवां यूं न चली जाए, फिर से न आएगी या किसी के बुलाए, फिर से न आएगी या किसी के बुलाए, फिर से न आएगी या किसी के बुलाए। जान पहचान हो, जीना आसान हो, जान